Hey guys, it's a beautiful Monday morning in Central Florida. I'm on an abandoned stretch of highway. It's formerly known as Highway 50 that goes to the Green Swamp. I'm actually in the Richlawn track, so I'm in the northwest corner of the Green Swamp. And as you can tell, this is an old highway. It was all asphalt at one time like a normal highway, but it's been so overgrown for a while that you pretty much just have this little center lane right here. I'm going to continue driving on this stretch. I know there's a wooden bridge coming up. I can't cross it, it's all fallen in. There's probably not much of it left anyway, because I'm sure it's been abandoned for 30, 40 years probably. But maybe there's a way we can go around it, or if the water's not deep, we can drive through it maybe. And I want to try and get on the other side of the bank and take that part of the highway back out to, I guess, 471. Alright, so I've reached the end of the line right here, so to speak. But here's the abandoned wooden bridge. There's actually a lot more here than I thought there would be. I figured it would have all rotted away. Unfortunately, there was nowhere to cross the swamp, but I'm gonna head towards the campsite. I got my Lucy lights right here charging in the sun. I got my weather radio already charged up. And now I can just drive through the forest and head towards the campsite. Hey guys, I made it to Mutual Mind Campground. First impression, it's pretty nice, really clean and well kept. Got a nice wooden picnic table, a fire ring. There's a huge mine pit over here. I'm gonna walk down there a little bit later, check it out. It's supposed to be good fishing. I imagine there's probably bass in there. It's Florida, there's bass everywhere. There's nice hills over here from when they dug the mines. You can hike up and stuff, so that's all nice and close to the campsite. I probably will never come back here again, only because this campground is pretty close to the road, and all I hear right now is just traffic and trucks driving by. It's kind of annoying. And another thing is, I feel like my Jeep is in jail. They have these wooden posts blocking off everything, so you have to stay on the actual road. You can't drive into your campsite and park. I like to park my Jeep, next to the fire and have the canopy out over the picnic table. And most times I used to sleep on top of my Jeep, so it was nice to have it over here. But I have to leave my Jeep in jail, and I'm probably just gonna set my hammock over here now. But that's really my only complaints. I thought this is kind of funny. They have a post right here with a hook on it, so the raccoons and squirrels don't get to your trash. But they built a picnic table right underneath it, so any raccoon can just stand up and grab all your trash. So it kind of defeats the purpose. And you can't move the picnic table; it's concreted in. Other than that, it's really nice and clean. I'm going to take this time and walk around and get some firewood right now because I want to have a nice long fire tonight. And then I'll walk down to the mine down there and show you the water. Not much has really changed back here with the Jeep. I got the refrigerator running, of course. It's at a cool 31 degrees. Thanks to Rob from a Mission Overland sticker. I finally put it on, looks good. Got my little sink hooked up. I don't know if everyone's seen that yet, but still I think one of my coolest gadgets I have are my Lucy lights. I've had these on the dashboard charging for like the last 2 or 3 days for this trip, so I'll be using these tonight. Other than that, not too much is new as far as gear-wise. This is the first camping trip of the season, so I just wanted to get everything situated, make sure I have everything for the rest of the season. It's probably going to go till March or so, but I'm gonna try and pump out I'm off this whole week, so I'm gonna try and camp 4 nights this week, all at different locations. So you guys should have about 4 videos coming up. Other than that, it's pretty humid. It was in the 80s today. I can still hear the traffic. We're in the middle of nowhere. I think that maybe that's just rush hour traffic, but hopefully it gets pretty quiet tonight. I think it will. Other than that, I'm gonna try and find some more firewood. I only have about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours worth of firewood. I was thinking, since we had the hurricane, there's probably a lot of down firewood, down trees. It should be pretty easy to get, but this campground is pretty picked up. There's not too many logs or thick branches to chop up. I do have a little saw. I have this right here. It's actually really nice. I don't really remember where it came from. Might have been Harbor Freight, I really don't know, but it is really sharp. It cuts through effortlessly. I'm gonna go ahead and start a fire while I walk around and look for some bigger logs. One thing I like to do is keep a whole bag of dryer lint in my Jeep. If it's damp out or it's been raining, it's a lot easier to start a fire if you just use pocket lint. Now, to start the fire, just for fun, I like to use this. I think it's called a Sparky. I don't really remember. I bought off Amazon. But it does create quite a bit of spark. So once it lights, it's not going to burn too long, so gently put some pine needles on there. Maybe some little bigger twigs. Alright, I already went through all my twigs that were over there, so now I'm going to start working my way up. Once I can get one of the first logs on there, I'll probably walk away and start finding more firewood. I'm going to go ahead and set out my little tiki torch I made. If anybody wants to make one of these, I have a video on how to make it. It costs like $3. It's really cheap. Project do with your kids or something. But it gives out just enough light to light up the area just around my hammock.
Now for the official National Weather Service forecast issued 2 p.m. Monday, November 13th, 2017 for the KPS 505 listening area for the following counties in Florida: Citrus, Hernando, in Sumter, including the cities of Crystal River, Inverness, Bushnell, the villages, Brooksville, and Spring Hill. Tonight, partly cloudy in the evening, then becoming mostly cloudy. Lows in the lower 60s. Northeast winds around 10 miles an hour.
This campsite's nothing like the Green Swamp. In the Green Swamp, you're far enough away from the road. You don't hear any trucks. You don't hear anything. There's a lot of wildlife. The owls are really loud. You can hear the alligators. A lot of armadillos, raccoons, stuff like that. Here, I mean, it's still pretty early, but I haven't heard anything. The road noise is just now starting to die down. I can now hear the crickets, but I haven't heard anything out in the woods, kind of just rummaging around. No armadillos or anything, so hopefully a little bit later I'll be able to hear something. I was walking over the hammock when I noticed right above it, the 2 trees that I have the straps on, is one of the biggest like banana spiders I have ever seen. Alright, so that's the huge banana spider that is right above my hammock. So what would you do in this situation if that spider and that huge spider web was literally right above your hammock? I was gonna look for a stick to throw up there and knock it down, but I'm having trouble finding one, if you can believe that, because this campsite was pretty well picked over and I took all the extra sticks and everything and put them on the fire. So I don't know if I should just let them be and just ignore them, which probably isn't gonna happen. I probably won't fall asleep, or if I should just take a stick and just take the whole spider web down. So I opted to go look for more sticks and take the spider web down. Let's just say it took 3 to 4 sticks to get the whole spider web down and get the spider out of the tree. I don't know what that spider web was made out of. It could have been rope for all I know, but it was pretty darn strong. So I didn't see the spider where he landed, but I'm just gonna act like he wasn't there and see if I can get some sleep tonight. So if you guys watch this video in the next day or two, that means the spider did not come back and get revenge while I was sleeping. I think from now on I'm probably going to start using my bug net, just because I don't ever really think about spiders climbing in the hammock or falling out of the trees, but I definitely am right now. It's a beautiful morning. The spider didn't come back. I'm alive, thank goodness. I have these mystery black splotches. Something drips out of the tree onto the hammock. It's kind of weird. It's almost like motor oil spots or something, but it's not. But I did notice when I was looking at the spots, it does say it's machine washable, so I guess I can put it in the washing machine. Anyway, I'm gonna pick up camp. I don't really have much set out, just my hammock and a chair and my little candle thing. But I'll pick that up and then we'll go down to the pit and check out the water. I completely froze my butt off last night once the dew kind of set in. So if anybody can recommend an underquilt for my hammock, I'd appreciate it. Preferably not Eno. When I first bought this hammock, Eno was kind of like the biggest brand, the only one kind of. They were expensive. But now there's so many other options out. This is the group camping area. It's on the other side of the pit from where I camped last night. I'd recommend this. It's a lot more freedom. You can park anywhere you want. There's picnic tables, fire rings, and most importantly, there's steps down to the water. This is really the only decent place I found to get near the water. It'd still be kind of hard to fish because you have to cast all the way out there, but from what I can see, there's a little walk path that goes all the way around. But would I come back to this campground? Probably not. It probably wouldn't even make the top 20. The campground is really close to the road, and that's a lot of road noise. I thought maybe since we're out in the middle of nowhere, you know, the traffic would die down, but I heard trucks and cars all night long. Plus, not being able to park where you want at the campsite, that's pretty annoying too.